Hey, yo, Captain, appreciate you for the like, bro. We're gonna pause this so we can get started here for you guys.
No more heroes, it's Kira the King. You can't tell nobody but yourself. Nothing less to do.
Travis, it's kill or be killed.
All right. Let me actually turn my camera back on. don't know why that keeps happening. But thank you guys so much for waiting through that starting soon screen. Today we're going to be discussing some gaming news, some things going on in the space. If you're a fighting game player, there's already big things coming next week. That being a Heihachi trailer on the 24th Tuesday. The new Terry update, along with Terry, coming on Tuesday as well. Along with a new, if you've played Tekken before or haven't played Tekken and just aren't in the know, they have a system where you can fight against different players, ghosts, pro players, regular players, people who fought online. And it works like an AI generated version of that player. They're bringing a similar system into Street Fighter 6 as of Tuesday, where you can go against different, I don't necessarily know if it'll be specific players, but you can go against an AI simulated bot that works along different ranks. So anything all the way from unranked all the way up to master rank, and I think maybe even legend rank. Along with being able to take over replays that you actually look at instead of you having to manually recreate the same replays yourself. Now you'll be able to take over that specific moment, lab better, get yourself in and out of those situations, which is really nice. It's just a really nice quality of life feature. It really helps fast forward that lapping process if you're trying to figure out how a specific situation works and you're not necessarily okay with having to set it up yourself. Takes away some of that friction, which is really dope. But we also have some other news here that I wanted to talk about. And thank you guys all so much for waiting through that starting soon screen so far. I really, really do appreciate that. With that all being said, let me actually pull up our first article of the day, which is Nintendo suing Palworld. Let me switch screens here. So nobody knows exactly why Palworld is getting sued this time around. A lot of people assumed it would be copyright infringement if it would be anything, because the Pals look so similar to Pokemon and there's so many different designs that seem like they were directly inspired or borrowed or straight up stolen. But apparently that's not the case. Apparently, here's what's been going on. And this happened, I want to say a few days ago. Oh no, yesterday. Well, yeah, 2 days ago, because this article was published yesterday. So yesterday, as of this article's publishing, Nintendo announced that it had finally turned its baleful gaze on Palworld and would be pursuing legal action in the Tokyo District Court against developer Pocket Pair. For those who don't know, Pocket Pair is also based in Tokyo over in Japan. And this is over alleged patent infringement. But which patents? And Nintendo's press release accuses Palworld of infringing on multiple patent rights. But Pocket Pair says it doesn't know which patents it's supposed to have violated. And Nintendo hasn't elaborated. Which has led some people to, like, this isn't me reading from an article, but this has led some people to believe that Nintendo's kind of like grasping at straws here. Because now the game has finally become successful enough for them to, like, kind of pursue or go after. But we don't 100% know. That's just me, like, that's just a lot of people have been guessing at it. Like, they really don't like this game existing, so they've been trying to figure out some way to tear it down. But while we wait for more specifics on the lawsuit, the author of the article says he's been digging into patents held by Nintendo and the Pokemon Company to see where Mario's lawyers might be anchoring their case. And after a crash course in patent research, they've got a strong suspicion that Nintendo is bringing Pocket Pair to court over Pokeballs. At one point of clarification before we continue, it's definitely not about Palworld's monsters looking similar to Pokemon. If you caught wind of the many conversations about Palworld's arguable or arguably blatant imitation of Pokemon's designs, you might assume that'd be the basis of Nintendo's lawsuit. That, however, would be a dispute over copyright, which protects original creative works of authorship like books, music, and artistic designs. While Nintendo announced back in January that they intended to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual oh my god, property rights related to the Pokemon, an eventual copyright suit seemed unlikely, even for a company with such an infamously itchy legal trigger finger. But because of the claims the copyright suits are so subjective, they're notoriously difficult to pull off. Chances are even Nintendo's nuclear-grade legal armory wouldn't guarantee success if it brought Pocket Pair to court over knockoff Pokemon. And instead, Nintendo says it's suing Pocket Pair over patent infringement. Rather than protecting creative works, patents protect innovations, inventions, and processes. And by filing a patent infringement lawsuit, Nintendo's not going after Pocket Pair for Palworld's creature designs, at least not directly. Instead, it's alleging that Palworld is illegally imitating specific patent-protected software innovations. This is also scary too, because if Nintendo were to take them to court over this and win this case, I think other developers will look at this and any other indie games or anybody who happens to take inspiration or influence from their games, they can just take the court. and possibly win. I don't think it would be as clear cut and dry as, like, you know, if you just have this specific mechanic in there, but I think that's what some of them will try. But they say after sifting through Nintendo's patents, my best guess is that the lawsuit is about US patent. I'm not reading all these numbers, but based on Japanese patent application 2021, I'm not reading all those numbers either. Apparently it grants Nintendo protections on technology relating to the game program. Let me zoom in for you guys a little bit more so you guys can read this a little easier. But game program storing media, game systems, game apparatuses, and game processing methods that execute a process on a character in a virtual space. Let me see if we can go here. Oh, yep. So this goes off of their new game, but isn't Power World older than this one? Or did Legends of Arceus come out earlier than Power World? But apparently it broke from tradition by letting the player encounter, battle, and catch Pokemon in an overworld rather than transitioning into a separate battle screen. While the filing acknowledged that there has been conventionally been a game program that allows the player to catch a character in a virtual space and possess the character, i.e. the creature collecting and battling gameplay is so ubiquitous that at this point, not even Nintendo could hope to patent it. That type of game allowed the player to catch the character only during a fight and does not allow the player to catch a character on a field. But this wouldn't technically, I don't think, work either, because you don't necessarily transition into a fight format. You kind of just capture them, or if you even have a ball and your capture power is strong enough, you can capture basically a full health pal. But Nintendo's successful patent filing managed to gain protections on what it claimed was an innovation on the formula, illustrated via some delightful representative drawings showing a mock battle between a T-Rex and a pterodactyl, where before players could only battle and catch creatures during fights. Nintendo had devised a new storage medium storing game program, game system, game apparatus, and game processing method, allowing the player to perform an action in launching to either catch a field character or cause a fighting character to fight against a field character. In other words, Nintendo successfully secured a patent on throwing Pokeballs and stuff while you're running around. While I'm a big fan of performing an action of launching a fighting character that fights against a field character, been doing it my whole life really. It's a concept so broad that Nintendo could be accused of patent trolling for claiming it. Unfortunately for Pocket Pair, Nintendo has claimed it, and Power World's take on it might cut things a bit too close. Power World, you gather orbs to throw creatures to try and capture them. The orb wobbles as the creature struggles against them, playing a jaunty success jingle if you succeed. Then you can throw the orbs to deploy your gathered monster party and battle against other creatures. They're not Pokeballs, though, they're Pal Spears. Yeah. So while the cheeking rebranding might be enough to say I'm not touching you tier of legal shielding, it's probably enough to dodge a copyright claim. However, it's another matter when the Pal Spears behave almost indistinguishably from their patent-protected Pokemon Legends Arceus counterparts. The launching, catching, battling, and resource gathering match the descriptive language of Nintendo's patent pretty closely. However, overbroad that description might be, and then let's say strongly inspired character designs might not be legally actionable on their own. There's a world where they might provide Nintendo with some supporting evidence for illustrating Pocket Pair's willingness to imitate protected intellectual property. And these words are like killing me today. But yeah, that's essentially the rundown on the legal situation with Pocket Pair and Nintendo as of right now. So we'll kind of have to wait and see how that develops. I kind of think Nintendo's just not happy with their existence, so they're trying to do whatever they can to take them down and take them out. Let me actually move this thing here over so it's not covering my face. Actually, I want to move it up here. I think that's a little better. Here we go. But yeah, that's that bit of gaming news. We have more about the Helldivers 2 update, which seems to breathe a lot more life into the game. The latest update looks like it's gone down smooth with player counts not seen since June from the balance patch. If you guys are unaware, Helldivers 2 dropped an update that basically reversed a lot of the nerfs they made and a lot of the buffs they made for enemies. And players who have been complaining about these balances, nerfing a lot of the playstyles and things they liked using, are happy about this change now, because you're not forced to stick with a certain meta as you were before. Like other stratagems and other items and other weapons, you just kind of had to just acknowledge that they existed and keep on about your day, because if you wanted to take them, you're basically sabotaging your team inadvertently because of how bad they were compared to the other options. Kind of crazy. Let me close all these extra windows. But let's go on and read the actual article, right? Helldivers 2's latest patch has pretty comprehensively overhauled the game's approach to difficulty, weapon balancing, and loadout variety, and it looks like it's working out pretty well for old Arrowhead. article goes on to say, while every major patch brings its own concurrent user jump, I think it's pretty noticeable or notable here that this patch, as per SteamDB, which is a database people use to like check Steam player counts, has seen a 24-hour peak player numbers not spied since June, which was over 68,000 players on a Tuesday night, no less. And since then, it had dipped back down to 25,000. And the article goes on to say that they're willing to bet that's because people, you know, need to sleep and go to work or school the next day. And those are some huge numbers for what is essentially a balance update. Escalation of Freedom, which saw new enemy types and objectives added, topped out at a 61,000 bump before the game dwindled to a cozy but still not dead, no matter what the peanut gallery says. Average of 20,000 to 10,000 players. And at a glance, community response seems to be pretty positive too. The game's subreddit has been overtaken with praise, my favorite being this pitch perfect use of one of my favorite Avatar The Last Airbender scenes. How can you forgive me so easily? I thought you'd be furious with me. Like, this is such a great scene. This is such a great scene. I was never angry with you. I was sad because I was afraid you lost your way. Oh, this moment between Zuko and Uncle Iroh was so great. It's goated. But I say keep one-shotting bio types with my recoilless rifle, and every single time the trailer just plays in the back of my head. One player writes, adding I'm at peace in a separate thread. User Civil Break 137 adds, most fun I ever had playing Helldivers. Every time I die was because of an issue that I made, not something stupid like getting one tapped in the head. Steam reviews, while they've not reached quite the same volume as those piled onto the game after Sony's PSN meddling, are largely positive too. Taking a peek at the helpful rated user reviews coming in today, there's a strong sentiment of we're so back, doing the rounds of negative reviews spawning from players still frustrated at Arrowhead's prior treatment, more than anything to do with the patch itself. I wonder if they still have the issue where people in those different countries that required a PSN account still couldn't play after they took away the PSN account requirement. Because for those who don't know, even though they made it so you didn't have to keep an account on Sony to play it, people in those territories still couldn't touch the game. I think it was more than 50 countries. I don't remember the exact number, but I do remember that still being an issue regardless, and that's personally why I haven't really been touching the game. But they say it's generally nice to see democracy's bravest soldiers actually happy for once. Helldivers 2 has had a very bumpy ride, going from servers buckling under the weight of hundreds of thousands of players to historic review bombing and a controversy every other week. So that's nice. Like, I'm glad Helldivers seems like it's kind of trying to do their best to bounce back. Like, we love to see that. We love to see developers actually taking in the game's feedback. On the other hand, we have another pair of developers who aren't handling this so well. So XDefiant, if you guys remember the Call of Duty killer, which is currently struggling right now. The game is absolutely not dying. XDefiant boss rejects claims that Ubisoft shooter is struggling to find players. You know, the whole big, what's the word for it? Selling point of this game was that there was no skill-based matchmaking. It was old school Call of Duty. If you really hated how the new Call of Duty games were going, XDefiant was right there with you. They were just like, you know, it had another old school Call of Duty developer working on it. And essentially this game marketed itself as a big Call of Duty killer, the next best thing, one of the biggest shooters out there. Came out with, I think, at least 1 million players and some change, like out the gate, launch day. But it has not been doing so well since then. The game suffers from a hacker problem, a hit registry issue, laggy networks, and really that was about it. A lack of content too. Some missing quality of life features and changes people would like to see, like no Assassin's Creed class being in here or things of that nature. Myriad of issues really that all together make a horrible cocktail. But Ubisoft has forcefully denied claims that its free-to-play FPS XDefiant is struggling to find players, saying in its year one update that while there's always room for improvement on the technical and content sides, the game itself is doing well. And they go on to say, I just want to quickly address the status of the game, i.e. the game dying? Mark, who I take to be XDefiant executive producer Mark Rubin, wrote in the update, no, the game is absolutely not dying. We know there are things we need to improve like netcode, hit reg, and adding more content and progression, but the game is doing well. We just want it to do better. And we do that by addressing the concerns of our community, which has always been the plan. Ubisoft is very much behind us and has allocated more resources to the team in order for us to do that. And Rubin's remarks were prompted by several reports saying that XDefiant is in a bad way, including an Insider Gaming article that claimed XDefiant is on borrowed time, and a recent comment from Midcap Partners analyst Charles Louis Planade, who said earlier in September that interest in XDefiant has not held up despite its strong launch. XDefiant isn't currently on Steam, so we can't check concurrent player counts there. But from numbers on Twitch Tracker, which monitors viewership on Twitch, they're not encouraging. From a high of more than 203,000 concurrent viewers in May 2024, XDefiant is currently fewer than 1,000 people watching. By way of comparison, 101,000 people are currently watching Valorant. That's not necessarily a sign of distress because Twitch rankings aren't always indicative of popularity, which is true. The most watched shooters on the platform are also the most competitive, and XDefiant is inherently less competitive than Valorant or even Ubisoft's other FPS Rainbow Six Siege, but neither is it especially encouraging. Ubisoft's recent offer, oh my god, I remember this. They offered $9 worth of in-game currency for playing XDefiant. I think right after Call of Duty Black Ops 6's open beta ended, which is crazy. But it didn't exactly turn those in-game trouble impressions around. Why, after all, would you essentially bribe people to play your game unless you really need them to play your game? Like, if they dropped a content update or something like that right as the update ended, I think they would have had a better chance. But the less cynical among us might say that Ubisoft doesn't need people to play XDefiant, and that it's merely doing something fun for fans to celebrate the end of its first season. It's also worth bearing in mind that while XDefiant is sometimes compared to Call of Duty, the stakes are significantly lower. It's being made by a smaller team and on a much smaller budget, which in theory at least affords Ubisoft the opportunity to play the long game rather than just cashing out at the first sign of trouble. That's news about XDefiant. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I did play with my friends like during that launch week, you know, just over time noticed the many issues the game had, and just kind of moved back to like games like Halo Infinite or even shooters like Gears, the Call of Duty like Black Ops 6, that open beta, that was actually really fun. I actually had a good time playing the Black Ops 6 open beta. But Splitgate 2 is coming out in the near future. It's just with how many games are constantly releasing and coming out. If your game isn't amazing when it comes out nowadays and you market it as like the next big thing, that's an issue. Which I think ended up leaving a lot of people jaded, because if you end up saying that this game is the next best thing compared to something like Call of Duty, and you attract the Call of Duty crowd, which is, you know, with how their games go on a year-to-year basis, they're gonna be fickle, they're gonna be hard to keep down. Your game has to be amazing if you want to keep players like that. Or if we're gonna deal with disappointment, they probably want to deal with disappointment from the company they know, which is kind of strange to say and see. But Call of Duty is a more established IP. It's been around for years. They know the game isn't gonna go anywhere. Whereas XDefiant, new IP, granted it's from developers who've been in the not trenches, but who've been in the field for quite some time now, and being published by Ubisoft, their company is currently not doing the best. And when that game came out, it just wasn't in the best state. So it's like with Black Ops 6 right around the corner, XDefiant came around at the right time before anything could release and anything could come out to capture an audience. But because it kind of suffered and didn't, now it has to contend with everybody else and try to do its best to bring those people back if it ever wants to see those numbers again. Which I don't think it'll personally see millions of people on. And it doesn't need to have millions of people on to be successful. But I think they're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to add more content. They're gonna have to fix the hit registry issues, and they're gonna have to at least do something to show players that you're combating the cheater problem. Because every game's gonna have cheaters. No matter what, you're gonna have cheaters. But as long as players see you doing something about it and having a system where they're like, okay, we know what to do in a situation where we have cheaters, it would give people a lot more confidence, and people would be a lot more willing to be like, oh, okay, well, I know the developers are gonna do something about this rather than, oh, another cheater. Time to leave this game. Like, you know. Let's see what else is up here. But speaking of cheaters, and speaking of developers actually trying to do something about it, Deadlock, which of course you guys don't know has been published by Valve. People made Half-Life, Portal, Left 4 Dead, all those games, Dota. They have to keep reminding players that Deadlock's anti-cheat system is coming and is very high priority, since it's leaning mostly on player reports right now. You guys don't know, this game is in early alpha. This game is nowhere near open beta. It's nowhere near early access. The only reason they did this, well, one of the biggest reasons they had to do this is because people kept leaking stuff about the game. At least that's my, what's the word for it, thought process behind it. They didn't want to confirm the game's existence. They had it under NDA. People kept posting clips, kept posting links and stuff to the video footage about it. So Valve basically opened the floodgates and was basically like, look, this game exists. It's in alpha right now. And even then, for an alpha, it's very polished. Not perfect by any means. but this is probably one of the best things they could have done, was having people into the game by having them being invited by their friends, and it's still breaking 6-figure player numbers. But right now they're taking aim at aimbots. So Deadlock is getting an anti-cheat software, and this is a piece of information you might think is news based on reactions to a message by, I don't know how to say. Is this beleaguered? Valve developer Yoshi on the game's official Discord server. We are working on anti-cheat, Yoshi writes to an inquiring mind after discussing the game's ability to bind multiple actions to a key, which allows for some very silly stuff. So yeah, they're actually working on this. There are a few content creators and streamers who showed Valve that you can bind multiple actions to one key for like macros, which in this game ends up allowing for some crazy things. Like there's a character like Bebop, who I think the man's name was Average Jonas, who used to be a Valorant content creator and now has since moved on to Deadlock. He was using the multi-bind just to like show the developers like what was going on, and I think later he stopped immediately. But in that game, Bebop has an ability where if you've played Overwatch or League of Legends, like characters like Blitzcrank and Roadhog, which can hook you from what feels like to hell and back, and he can uppercut you and then put bombs on you. The thing is, this character is really strong and he does a lot of damage. So picture you're like a very fragile character sitting across the map. You get pulled from out of nowhere, punched in the face, have 2 bombs put on you, and basically have to die. The macro essentially allowed for you to not have to press too many different buttons while doing that, because as simple as it is to hook somebody and then press a couple keys, you can multi-bind it so you didn't have to press all those keys together one right after the other, which again allows for some very silly things. That's just one example. There's a bunch of other things and interactions in the game you can do that with, like items that refresh your ultimates and like your other skill cooldowns. So you can see very quickly how this could become a very big issue. But if you're curious about Valve's stance on the keybind stuff, Yoshi wrote, "Our plan is to restrict those in the near future once we get enough of the legitimate uses that people have added on the settings menu." And that's not too surprising given the company's attitude towards programs like Snaptap and CS2. It's also not surprising that people are asking about it, considering Deadlock's already getting aimbotters who for some reason want to get their power trips out of a mobile playtest. Yeah, it's really weird. I've seen people rage quitting the alpha too. But Valve has a history with this sort of thing. Alas, bots have been a plague in TF2 for years to varying degrees, which I think they've just now recently got around to even solving that. I saw an update a few weeks back that TF2 players were super happy they could play TF2 again, which they've been in the trenches for some years, man. Like I gotta give it to them. The amount of dedication they have towards a game like that is, I think, only second or comparable to League players. Because no matter how bad the state the game has gotten, of course you had a lot of people leave, but you still had so many people stay throughout all the cheaters, aimbotters, hackers, issues, bots, like everything, thick and thin. But Counter-Strike 2 has VAC live, even though a quick jaunt to the CS2 subreddit shows that it's probably still a problem. But Valve's apparently been working on this for a while, and apparently these are some of the changes they've been adding throughout the Discord they've been posting about in terms of dealing with cheaters and bad people in the community. So as of August 11th, regarding anti-cheat questions, we're working on it at the moment and consider it a very high priority in the long term. And the 20th, they said they were adding a process soon on Discord to report cheaters while they're working on anti-cheat. And the 24th, we have a group of people working on anti-cheat. In the short term, while that system is developed, we will be having a review group on Discord that helps us look into reported cheater games. This is also double confirmed in the announcements channel. They've also added things like a loser queue, not a loser queue, but a low priority queue for people who are constantly leaving early during games, people who are obviously cheating, if nothing else, and people who are mass reporting people. Mass reporting people and misreporting people. If you're constantly reporting someone for just the wrong reasons and abusing the system, Valve is actually going to take away the report feature from you, which I actually like. And this is an alpha. This is something I think League needed. I don't know if it's in Dota, but it's definitely something League needed. But how long it'll take the system to be realized, though, and how effective it'll be is another question entirely. Valve's been gun shy about making a move to kernel level anti-cheat software in the past. That is, software that has the maximum level of authority over your system. Kernel level anti-cheat is controversial, invasive, and a potential security risk, though. Some developers argue it's required to keep pace with hack creators. Yeah, it's just some people ruin it for everybody, man, because this is what Valorant has had to do. And there's so many people hate it. So many people hate the kernel level anti-cheat that Valorant has. I forgot what it's called, and I forgot what the name is, but it's really bad. Like, cheating is horrible. More and more developers are having to move to kernel level anti-cheat, which is rubbing us the wrong way. Obviously, you're like, oh, I gotta download this program that gives it so much access to my computer. If this hacker gets access to it, I'm really cooked. It's one of those things where myself included and not a lot of other people fully know how kernel level anti-cheats work. Like, the average casual gamer isn't probably looking up how cheat software works, how bad cheating is, and what developers have to go through in order to stop people from cheating. So it's like, if you're someone in cybersecurity or someone who your constant job is to make sure that people don't get through your software and get through your systems and servers, you have to struggle to find that right blend of accessibility for your users and also security for your users too. Because if you create friction, like, picture having to go back, you had a long day at work, you're coming back home, and then in order to get in your house, you gotta unlock this vault door, you gotta do a retinal scanner, and then you still got 6 locks in your doorway when all you want to do is go in home and like collapse on your bed. Obviously, the security for these isn't going to be nearly that egregious or extensive, but you can see my point where it becomes a super big inconvenience the more security you have, or how it could be for your users in terms of that analogy. Like, having to do 2-factor authentication, logging into your account, verifying it's you, sending yourself an email, doing a captcha check, and then answering something on a text. It's the stuff like that, you know, that's what that ends up becoming. Not only that, but having to reboot your game if the anti-cheat software isn't open becomes a really big inconvenience. But they have to do stuff like this because of hackers and because cheating has become such a huge problem. It feels like most of the time nowadays, people are more upset at developers than they are cheaters. But instead, the company's bolstered its huge ban waves with community policing. I think it's policing, yeah. Player reports, low priority queues, Counter-Strike and Dota 2's Overwatch system, and so on. VAC bans also help provide an extra anti-carrot to the stop cheating stick by threatening players with closed doors in multiple games. It's a bit of a if you do, if you don't moment. Eliminating 100% of cheaters is completely implausible, but games do still have to call the herd to manageable levels when possible. Something Valve does not historically have the best track record on. I'll be interested to see if this Fable anti-cheat strikes a good balance when it arrives. At the very least, it feels good to be the golden child. I'm pretty sure this link takes us to another article. I'm not gonna click on it though. We got a few more things here and some better news here. Yeah, we did those 3. I think we got 3 more articles left. We'll do this. I think this is the last piece of negative news we have for today. Not saying that everything we've been reading has been negative. Of course, like, that was pretty positive. The Helldivers 2 was pretty positive. I try to find a good blend of like positive and negative things. I don't like just being overly negative, regardless of the situation. But Square Enix confirms lower than expected Final Fantasy Rebirth and Final Fantasy 16 sales in newly public financial report. Profits unfortunately did not meet our expectations. And this one I'm kind of worried about, because I don't think these games are sold particularly bad. I'd have to check the numbers and see what the numbers are, because a company can make like millions of dollars upon a game, but depending on if that's successful or not, more and more it seems like it's up to the shareholders and CEO than it is actual like developers and people who've made the game and put the time and effort to see that thing through. But they say we did not manage our title portfolio across the company as well as we could have. Let's go on and see why they say this. In a May 2024 financial report made public today via Eurogamer, Square Enix president Takashi Kiryu said that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Final Fantasy 16 haven't sold as many copies as the company had hoped. We released multiple new titles, including major titles such as Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. New is a stretch for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but profits unfortunately did not meet our expectations. The financial results were originally shared on May 13, 2024, months before yesterday's PC release of Final Fantasy 16, which, safe to assume, will give that particular sales metric a bump. A PC release for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, meanwhile, still hasn't been officially confirmed. Kiryu also noted that MMO profits were down, but attributed that to a lull in releases ahead of the launch of Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail Expansion Pack, which was released the following month in June. Reporting had already appeared that Square Enix failing to. Oh my god. Reporting had already appeared about Square Enix's failing profits after the financial results were delivered to investors in May. But today's publishing of the financial report means we can finally see the details of Kiryu's statements firsthand. Throughout the financial report, Kiryu attributed decreased profitability of its games releases to strategic failings at Square Enix. Essentially, Square Enix's publishing strategy has forced its new releases to compete for sales with its own games, and we did not manage our title portfolio across the company as well as we could have, which I believe resulted in opportunity losses due to cannibalization due to our titles. So between a 3-part Final Fantasy VII remake, continued Final Fantasy XIV expansions, and Final Fantasy XVI, there's definitely a lot of big budget Final Fantasy competing for attention, and those have to compete with all the other RPGs Square Enix is regularly publishing, like Vengeance of Mana and remasters like the upcoming Dragon Quest HD 2D remakes. And it's not a bad thing for us when we've got so many Square Enix RPGs to choose from, but it's only good for Square Enix's bottom line if its customers are buying everything in the catalog, which is true. I didn't even realize just how many of these games are releasing right neck and neck with each other. Like, yeah, that's a lot of titles released back and forth like that. The report also included Square Enix's new multi-platform business strategy, which we covered when it was publicized back in May. That plan, which includes initiatives designed to win over PC users, also entails downsizing its studio portfolio and workforce. I hope this doesn't mean people are losing their jobs, but that's probably what that means. Following its sale of Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal to Embracer in 2022, the May 2024 business strategy reveal came alongside layoffs at US and EU Square Enix offices, contributing to the brutal job losses still sweeping the games industry. And Square Enix is also undergoing internal restructuring in Japan in an attempt to counteract what he described as the siloization of the company's development teams. A reorganization came into effect on April 1st, 2024 that creates a flat structure aimed at increasing opportunities to discover untapped talent from within the existing employee pool and at prompting greater dialogue within the development and publishing functions. Later in the closing Q&A section, they offer more details about that reorganization, saying studios will no longer pursue their game efforts completely independently of one another. Instead, we have established a regular forum from the hands of individual studios and myself as president to discuss the titles that we plan to produce, the status of ongoing projects, human resource allocation, and other topics. So that's what we got about Square Enix. It seems like they're trying to figure things out. It seems like their biggest issue here was just releasing too many things back to back with each other, not giving them time to digest, time to relax with the games, and time for people to actually just save up and buy certain things. As a Final Fantasy fan, you gotta feel like you've been eaten, but also feeling like you're getting overstuffed at this point. But speaking of other things, Skate. We finally got some Skate news. Apparently, Skate will frontside pop shove in the early access in 2025, and it's got boned ollies now. Which, I'm curious to see why they're releasing this game in the early access and why they didn't just keep it under wraps and keep working on it, because they could have done that as well. It's not like EA is hurting for money by any means. It's not like they would need it. But I don't know if this would be like a situation where they're allocating so few resources to Skate or to this like development team working on it that they have to do this, or they just want to see if it has any interest before going all in on it. But it apparently was announced today in a tweet from the official Skate account on X, and it goes on to say, we're incredibly stoked to announce that Skate will be launching early access in 2025. We'll share more details on what to expect in the coming months, developer Full Circle said. Personally, I expect skating. Skate, or Skate as it's officially stylized in a bid to frustrate anyone who has to mention the game in the headline, is the long-awaited relaunch of EA Skate franchise, which hasn't gotten a sequel since 2010 Skate 3. Dang, it's been that many years? Jesus. New Skate was officially revealed in 2021 alongside Full Circle, a new fully remote EA development studio. Yeah, okay, so this is what I was thinking. Skate will be a free-to-play game with a microtransaction-driven live service model. Skate will take place in the fictional city of Vansterdam, which Full Circle is described as massively multiplayer space studded with solo skate challenges, pop-up multiplayer public events, and private match-style throwdowns that players can initiate on the fly. Skate will also let players drop down objects like rails and ramps on the fly to set up their own skate lines, and you can catch a glimpse of that as skaters slide down ramps in the early access announced teaser above. Well, let me see if we can actually see more of that. Let me pause that real quick. Well, we're gonna have to probably like go. Oh, we can actually full screen it here. Dope. Apologize for the black bars. I wonder if it's really gonna be this seamless though, and this is gonna be a big problem. Because one thing I can see is like, well, imagine if you're dropping a piece of railing or an object into space on top of somebody else's piece, or you're fighting for space and for resources. Like, how long do they last? Because it sounds really cool, don't get me wrong, but it just makes me immediately think of different things that could happen, different ways to interact with people. Like, if somebody gets there first, are you just at mercy until that person logs out, or are you pretty much forced to skate on someone else's route until they log out? Yeah. But that looks interesting. I mean, we didn't really get to see too much, but we can kind of see like a proof of concept with that. But Full Circle's been running internal skate playtests since 2022, and the video highlights from those playtests are available on YouTube alongside the longer development updates. In the most recent developer update video from June 2024, Full Circle described its latest improvements to Skate's trademark flick-based trick control scheme, which said it will have improved accuracy and control. I actually really do like the way Skate plays. It is one of my favorite skateboarding games, next to obviously the Tony Hawk games. I know Session came out not too long ago. I didn't play it, but I heard it had good reviews and people liked it. But they say it's also added a bunch of new tricks, which is dope. I'm pleased to report that Skate will now feature both slappies and boned ollies, things I both know and understand. The studio also set aside a moment to confirm that socks will be customizable. That's Skate culture to me. Yeah, and it'll be free to play, so most people I think will give this game a shot, which is I think is actually good. So that's dope. That's dope. Last bit of news. This one might come out of nowhere for people who didn't have Vitas. If I can find the article. If you were into Monster Hunter, you had a Vita, or you knew about God Eater and like other games like that, this game is gonna actually bring back a core memory for you. This game is called Freedom Wars. If you guys don't know what Freedom Wars is everything I just described to you. Picture, let me know what. Let me go ahead and go with the article. It was a PS Vita exclusive, and it's finally being wrangled free from its handheld prison for a PC remaster. I remember you like being an inmate on death row, and the way this world works is so crazy. But as numerous PS Vita games have found themselves on other platforms over the years, Freedom Wars was still the last kid waiting to be picked. And a decade after its initial release, the game is finally being freed from its handheld prison with a remaster, making its way to console and PC next year. And me, alongside the author of this article, are very stoked about this news. The sort of sci-fi post-apocalyptic Monster Hunter in a way, except instead of being a well-respected creature slayer, you're a puny prisoner slapped with a 1 million year prison sentence. And you spend most of your game undertaking large-scale operations and defeating huge mechanical weapons called abductors to shave your time served, until you accidentally take more than 5 steps inside your prison cell and the years pile back on again. Yeah, you could get like extra years added onto your character sentence. Actually, that I remember that being a core mechanic. Operations can be played solo or multiplayer, and if the remaster ends up being anything like the original, co-op will become essential as you rack up hours and the difficulty starts scaling. There's even an element of competitiveness with leaderboards ranking cities around the world on their performance. It's a bunch of really neat concepts that come together under one roof. Even if I do recall the game getting a bit samey after a while. For handheld, that's forgivable, but like, look at this trailer though. Let me watch the trailer on YouTube, so you guys can see it. The trailer was actually fire. Like this and God Eater, I really enjoyed. Or like Soul Sacrifice, like those are games I really enjoyed on that Vita. Vita was ahead of its time. Sony was asleep. Sony didn't know what they had. Forgot they had a live action section for this. But a million year prison sentence? Do you guys think that's what they're gonna give Diddy? The art style and world were actually interesting here. Imagine being born with a million year prison sentence. So that's a bit of a little teaser. Let me see if I can find another.
For the future of our panopticon.
Ooh.
As long as you live.
January 10th. Let me see if I can find another trailer. think the launch trailer on PS Vita was actually a better one. I don't want to force you guys to watch a 3-minute trailer, but it's up. It was really good. Like, this game was really fun. I remember it had working online multiplayer too. Oh my god, there you go. This game is fire. Me and my friends would be in the cafeteria at lunch, like playing this. You had different weapon types, you had different abilities too. Oh, is this just like keep forgetting, like, this game did come out like 10 years ago. And it had climbing mechanics too. Like, you could actually climb onto a monster and cut off different pieces of the monster to make the boss fight easier. And collect those for materials. Like, it was really fun. You could actually, like, yeah, you could use this to drag them down and trip them. And like hold them in place. Like, that was a really cool core feature. Like, hopping on like this, getting up, sawing its arm off. That's what he just did. Like, this game was really good. Oh, and before I forget, Rayvon actually reminded me. Oh, is it like a pirate or like a dragon pirate Yakuza? Oh my god, this trailer is so long. This will be the last thing we watch. But if you guys are familiar with Yakuza, you know, 0 through 7, and obviously the spin-offs and everything as well, wild series, wacky, funny, dramatic, really wonderful. That's where Kiryu comes from. That's where Majima comes from. Characters like those, Ichiban and Kasuga, like really larger than life characters. Very fun, very consistent style of gameplay and storytelling. Really dope. They have a Majima spin-off coming out. So I just wanted to look at this trailer, and we're actually going to start playing Street Fighter. Got subtitles. Let me see if I can matter of fact, let me just get y'all a gameplay trailer, because this looks like it spoils story stuff, and I don't want to spoil story stuff for y'all. But I'll show you this quick clip of the gameplay, what it's going to be like. This is how it's going to play. It's going back to the actual Yakuza style of combat and not just turn-based, which I know some people in the series didn't really care for. And you're playing as Majima, which the last time we played as him, I think, was in Yakuza 0. It looks like he gets even wackier and crazier here in this one. Oh my god! A pirate outfit too? Jesus. This game looks like it's gonna be crazy. This is just a spinoff. Yeah, I'm curious to see how the Double Dragon game is gonna pan out too. Oh my god! I wonder if he's actually gonna be a pirate in this one or something. Those men are dead. This man has to be dead. But yeah, we're gonna hop on some Street Fighter now, y'all. So I'm gonna start up the game. Yeah, hack and slash, beat 'em up. The two what's the word for it? Two genres sometimes end up going hand in hand. This is definitely one of those cases. Let's boot up some Street Fighter. Let's actually play the game. I think I'll probably start doing like my streams, so I'll restart them off in a just chatting section instead of the Street Fighter section. Just so people coming in here don't get catfished or clickbaited. Okay. I want that to keep happening.
Street Fighter 6.
Regret I had the Killer Instinct announcer. It's kind of crazy that this game doesn't support widescreen natively, so you guys might notice like some flickering occurring here and there every once in a while. Oh wait, hold on. Speaking of that.
Fighting ground. Practice. Training. Dolph Temple. Marisa.
Which outfit did I have for her again? I think I had outfit 2 for her. I think this is one of the first outfits I actually ended up buying. I need like to see if Ed has any mods, cosmetic wise.
Sure thing. Let's dance.
Okay.
Level 3.
Transform the audio. Okay, so we still got that. But that combo isn't insanely hard to do either. I think it's one of the things I like about Marisa. Even though it's been a long time since I played. Okay. Let me see something. Does that work still? It does. I thought I was playing Luke for a second. Nice.
Where are you going? Sweet dreams.
It's also a thing too where it's like, what? I think I waited too late there. Oh wait, you know what? No, I didn't wait too late there. That only works on counter hit. Otherwise, you gotta do this. Oh wait, does that not work? It's not. Yeah, I just don't think that works. Nope. That does though.
Where are you going? Sweet dreams.
Sometimes what I might do is I might just hold that. Oh, that works? What about this? Yeah. Wait, what am I plus there? 8 frames?
Level 3.
Oh, you know what? I think I remember something now.
Level 3.
Not that. Not that. There it is. That's that combo. starting to remember certain things. Probably not gonna do that in a real match though.
Level 3. Level 3.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Nice. Yeah, I think that's most of the stuff. I'm not even doing like the optimal stuff either. Wait, hold on. Wait, no, it was like not what I wanted to do there. So what do you do there? Nope.
Level 3. Level 3.
I don't know what else to do there. Okay. Let's take this a little bit at a time. Okay, so that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That catches him. Nothing too crazy.
Level 3.
Ah, dang. Does that work though?
Level 3.
Let me try this again. That does.
Now you know history.
Level 3. Level 3.
Where are you going? Straight range.
Pretty much most things work. I think we'll do some casuals and we'll go in some ranked. Looks like they've actually changed the rate around the matchmaking settings a little bit. A Marissa Mirror, first match of the day. Okay. Ugh. Oh no, I'm playing Zangief. I forgot to change my matchmaking settings.
Fight with all your heart.
Whoops. Oh no, we're stuck? I think we're stuck. Oh no. I think we're frozen. I gotta restart my game.
If you come to fight, then fight.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why I've been having issues when I've been playing Zangief. That's really weird. Is it something mod related? Because it might be. Let me open the mod manager. Because what could have happened there? I could have sworn I fixed this yesterday. So let me try this again. Sometimes that happens too when it's the first game of the day. I'm not sure why. Eesh. I guess the game even itself was like, yeah, no, we got you, bro. We're not gonna let you sit here and go out and just play Zangief. Because I know I have to use one mod manager for a widescreen patch, ultra widescreen patch, some other things. It's still kind of crazy Capcom doesn't support it natively in this game, but they do in their others. But then again, it's such a small percentage of people actually play on ultra wide, so it's understandable. But that shouldn't be the issue. Let me go back to the fighting ground.
Training. Colosseum. Marisa.
I live for
David.
that.
Sure thing. Let's dance.
Super weird.
Level 3.
Marisa.
There we go.
3.
They're not matchmaking again.
Shadow counter.
Oh my god.
Shadow counter. Shadow counter. Shadow counter. Shadow counter.
Where are you going?
How fast can I cancel that?
I have you.
Level 3.
Where are you going? Sweet dreams. I have what the? Stand still. I have. Where are you going? Sweet dreams. Stand still. I have you. Stand still. I have you.
A new warrior
Let's try this again.
to the ring.
Oh, 3, okay. Hopefully this one works. No, again? Is it these soundtracks I'm using? Okay, that's really weird. Yeah, it's time. I gotta fix something. Definitely gotta fix something. Because it normally shouldn't be doing that. Like, even if it's running slowly. Let me see here. Well, I'm not gonna find what I'm actually looking for. It's such a niche issue. I think I just gotta turn those songs off. Because I don't think the game is gonna let me play it otherwise. This is the worst part about modding, is like you gotta figure out what mod is actually breaking your game. That's why I'm queuing up casual right now. That and to warm up. Okay, so let me do this. song do I have on here? Nope, it's just a Third Strike song, so. So it's some other mod that's caused me not to be able to matchmake as I would like to. What's up, Sonic? How you doing today? So I gotta go through and look at this list of mods to determine which one of these is not letting me play against other people. Decent. We read some gaming news, just discussed some different topics and things of that nature. Some new upcoming games and things. I just gotta figure out which mod is causing the issue. Which is a crazy problem to have. I'm gonna try disabling this one again. Let me see if that one was the issue. I'm also double checking a few other things. I hope like these people don't think I'm like rage quitting on them or anything, or just like quitting at the start. But I'm pretty sure most of them probably aren't even noticing. I think what happens is some people get black screens. So I had to figure out like what's going on with that. So I'm going through the list real quick, trying to see if like there's anything that immediately sticks out. So I'd say like the ones I'm suspecting are gone now. It's like half the part of modding. It's like in the fighting game in itself. Got to figure out what's going wrong.
Street Fighter 6.
So let me see. Let me go through and disable music options for everybody. Move music from everybody.
Fighting round. Prac versus special match.
Let's see if we can get a match immediately from here. Let's see if it's like a training mode thing at all.
Now, find a new rival.
Oh no. Are we the ones with the black screen now? What's happening? Okay, this should work now. Yeah. It's that music pack, okay. Ah, man.
Level 1.
Where are you going? Sweet dreams.
Oh, yeah, she swung. I gotta get better at my anti-airs.
Fight.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, wow, she was able to jump. I missed time to meet her. Jesus, the damage.
Marisa wins. Fight.
Oh, wow, that beat my drive force. Oh, it's because I did light. Ooh, I did not react.
Where are you going?
She's gonna be able to chip me out now.
Poor defense.
I tried to do level 2 there. I was buffering level 2. I didn't get it. Did not get it. I could have jumped over her.
Fight.
Oh, no. Just gonna do this to stop her drive gauge, give me my drive gauge back.
Now you know history. Where are you going? Sweet dreams.
That doesn't work. Not if I fully charge it.
Final round.
Even if it did, she would have died. Nice reaction. I thought I did it enough time. Next time I'll just stick standing medium kick out. Oof.
Where are you going? Sweet dreams.
Ah, the jumps.
Wins.
Okay.
Fight.
No, 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 no. That's death. Okay. Whoosh! She felt herself with that drive rush. He's not jumping on these either.
Sweet dreams.
GG's.
Marisa wins.
I'll give another.
Fight.
Nah, Justin. Oh. Hmm. Ooh, drive impact again, huh? Okay. So we gotta look out for that. She's gonna be using that a lot. I'm not checking there. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. No, that doesn't work. Oh my god. Hmm.
Final round. Fight.
She does that every time. Drop the game, win the combo. All I had to do was super there. That's crazy. GG's. Oh lord. Again. Give him a like. Okay, so I think that's good enough for us to go into ranked. Oh wait, whoops.
Versus practice. Training. Endless power. Marisa. Honda.
Oh. Okay, I guess picking up Honda, that mod crashed the game. Interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna have to troubleshoot some of these. But at least we can get in the game now. I realized what one of the mods was crashing things, so that's interesting.
Street Fighter 6.
Mm-mm. What was I doing? Right. Legitly just forgot.
Practice. Practice. Training. Barrier Byron Taylor.
The way he says all the maps names is crazy. Gotta see if it was Honda crashing the game. Okay, now we can just use them naturally. Interesting. Eesh.
Level 3. Level 3.
That's what I need to do. I need to practice my combos and everything a lot more. In order to better deal with that and deal with people. Marissa fan club, hey. You just like me for real. Oh no, is the game not gonna work now? What's happening? Ah, I hate it here. Something's happening. Do I have any bison mods? I don't think I do. I wonder what's causing that. I was super excited about that match too. It's always when I match with other like people who are either Marissa players or Marissa fans, for some reason the game's been crashing. I don't know what's going on. But some of these apparently gotta go. Let me get rid of some of these I know I'm not using. Because it's something causing the crashes. I'm not sure what. We got that, we got that, we got that. Now we're gonna refresh the mod list. Let's try this again. I didn't realize my hardest point today would be my hardest opponent today would be the mod list. Be the list of mods I have installed and just troubleshooting them. If nothing else works, I think I know which mod is causing it. Because we got rid of one that was causing crashes. Now we got to get rid of the other one that's causing crashes, which I think getting rid of this one is going to suck if I got to. But it was working fine before, so I'm not sure what the issue could be. And that was ranked, so that's unfortunate. I don't know if who loses points for that or what. We're going to figure this out. Don't know if it's a stage thing.
Fighting ground. Practice. Versus practice online. Smart practice. Training. Training room. Marisa.
I live for battle.
Block. I'll show you strong.
Though I've never seen a costume mod crash a game before, so I don't know if it's any of the skins. Because all of them work. All the ones that I have work. It's just one other mod that I'm not so sure of, which changes the VFX.
Level 3.
Like the colors of everybody's like effects. But I use this, and I know other people use this for no problem. There's got to be something unique to me. Waiting for opponent.
Now, find a new rival.
Let's hope that it gets us in here.
Ready yourself.
Okay.
Give me your best shot.
Ah. What's the problem? Can I search up this glitch?
come to fight, then fight.
All right. Some of these other mods gotta go. Let me see if it's these VFX mods. Oh, you know what? Actually, might be doing that too. Could have sworn I had the Akuma one equipped, right? Let me get rid of this top hat one. Because that didn't work either. Oh, no. Let me disable these. It's gonna be crazy if it's these color packs. Gotta see though, because if we can't play the game, then that's unfortunate. But I doubt it's these. But I gotta see. All right, so I think that's most of the other ones unaccounted for taken care of. Let me see. Oh my god. My apologies if my sneeze jump scared anybody. So we haven't been able to fight anybody. Munon, Luke, Lily, Kimberly. Got Jury, got... Yeah, literally the only one unaccounted for is this Akuma one. Let me try this. Maybe it's something about having all these color mods enabled at the same time, or maybe a specific color that doesn't quite work. I'm gonna have to test that off stream.
Street Fighter 6.
Gonna have to test that off stream.
Fighting ground. Brack training. King Street. Marisa. Block. Strong.
If it works after this, and I know the VFX were the problem.
Level 3. Level 3.
If you've come to fight, then fight.
Okay. I guess we'll probably try casual matches from now on. Just see if we can get anything.
Now you know history.
Level 3.
Where are you going?
Level 3. Level 3.
Okay, yeah, no, that doesn't work.
Level 3.
We still get 8 frames. How much for doing it this late? Still 8? Yeah, so no matter what, I think that's universal. Oh, we're gonna get somebody? No, connection's timed out. Okay, since we're doing casuals, I'll go down a bar. Someone just hits like a truck.
Where are you going? Strike dreams.
Like how it's a yellow card. First guy that had that mod. See if this works.
Beginning operation. Give me
Oh no, it's not working. Why? Yeah, something's not functioning. It's weird. It's really weird. There shouldn't be any music ones. Shouldn't be any of the cami ones causing the conflict. Let me see if the mod manager needs to update. Check the video I sent to your Discord. Like right now, Hitokiri, or like later? Gotcha. Oh man. By the way, what's up, Batosa? I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you stopping by, bro. Trying to run a Street Fighter and some reason I keep getting issues. Well, I know why. It's got to be to one of these mods, but hopefully that issue just fixed it. Trying to see if I can fight anybody.
Street Fighter 6.
Because right now the game just keeps freezing. Does not rock with me at this moment. Let me check it on my phone. Yo, what? Exploits, you use it right? I don't know what's going on. Hold on. That is crazy. What's up, Trinetta? I think my mods just got me put on a temporary timeout. That is funny. But I don't know why this would be happening. Ah, I see. That's what happened. Apparently, I've been leaving too many online matches due to the bug and due to the issue. So I got to see like what's been going on. That's unfortunate. I didn't know they had a system like that. Are you just gonna let me join the battle hub? Yeah, no. This should have went to a battle hub. That's unfortunate. Okay, what about a custom room? Oosh. But yeah, for something with my mods was causing me to experience issues with people where I wouldn't be able to stay in the game with them. I was able to get into practice sessions just fine, but anytime I hopped online, it was have some issues. So we'll see.
Level 3.
Basically banned me for the day.
Level 3.
But yeah, we might have to switch to Tekken.
Level 3.
Or at the very least, look at some Street Fighter content, some trailers and things.
Where are you going? Strike dreams.
Oof. So what do we do about this? Kind of want to see my reaction to the vid, but let me check. Oh, since we ain't got nothing else to do, I don't think there's an appeal or anything, so. Oh God. Instagram. Drake inherited Diddy's party, says he's trying to follow in his footsteps. Oh no.
The stories that Spoon used to tell me from Howard days and just how relentless you were, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And now all my brothers behind me, we're trying to do the same thing, following your footsteps. You know, every night we're out here pounding the pavement, doing what we can do.
That's hold on.
The stories that Spoon used to tell me from Howard days.
Now the actual video is frozen. That's funny. That's interesting. I think at this point, I hope he's regretting what he said later. Did he watch over Diddy's shoulder? Okay. Let me see if I can replay that real quick. Let me see if I can replay that real quick. That friend? Who is that?
And just how relentless you were, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And now
That's his son on his left
all
shoulder.
my brothers behind me, we're trying to do the same thing, following your footsteps. You know, every night we're out here pounding the pavement, doing what we can do. I studied this.
Who was that with the bunny ears? The bunny ears at the last moment kind of stuck out. Oh man. I don't know what that man got going on there. Was that somebody he had flown out? Too much going on? Yeah. Oof. I guess this would be a good opportunity to learn someone new. They didn't give me warning or nothing. They just said your services are restricted. That's kind of crazy. To be fair, it is my fault.
All right, I'm ready.
Right. Yeah, I guess I'll just learn through, practice some different characters. Johto, yo, what's up, Task? Yeah, I got a bunch of different mods on everybody. My mods actually just got me partially banned for a day, so I have to figure out which ones are causing the issue. Well, I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you coming through to the stream. I have to figure out which one's freezing my game whenever I match up with anyone online. It's truly unfortunate. But yeah, that was Jotaro. I have a bunch of different ones too.
Online versus practice. Character guides.
But even this art is all like modified art from like the older games or in a different style, depending on which character you are, which is nice. Actually, what I want to learn now. Most characters have mods, but I can go to the practice room and show you like all the different characters. I got nothing but time now. And obviously the announcer. I had a Naruto Sage of the Six Paths mode, like when he had his when he fused the Kurama chakra and everything. But then I changed that to this one because it was a little more simple. Jamie dressed up as Majima. Manon in a different outfit, changes their hair. As well as her second costume, her different hair change. Kimberly. I don't have everybody's outfits either, so I need to like, I want to get more people's outfits. Like this is one of them. This is one of the characters' outfits from No More Heroes. Marisa's outfit that changed the hair. I think this song fits Street Fighter 6 a lot better than the original one they came out with. We had one for JP. We had a Zamasu mod for JP, but it looks like that one's been deprecated. Or at least isn't worked on as actively as anymore. This one makes Juri look like Yamato from One Piece. We had a Ronald McDonald one for DJ. Did I change that one though? Oh no, it's still Ronald McDonald. Cammy had a few. This one transforms her into the fighter from Dungeon Fighter Online or DNF Duel. Had a few for her. Had Spider-Gwen, had that one, had a cargo one. Obviously, Jotaro from Part 4. Ryu's, not Ryu, Honda's Majin Buu. Had one for Blanca, but he doesn't really see that much support. We had a Hunk one for Guile. I think that one's gone now too. Mods are just all over the place. Had an Ace one for Ken. Because what happens is some of these mods don't get updated as the game proceeds and goes on. This one transforms her appearance too. Makes Zangief look more like Mike Hagar. Dawson, we had a Luffy one. I don't think I have it anymore though. Rashid, they gave him an outfit from one of the characters Resident Evil 4. Complete with color changes and everything. Aki had an Orochimaru one and a few others. They're also broken. She had a Sindel one too. That one doesn't fully work. I haven't found one for Ed, and I had a Panda one for Akuma, but I'm not sure like what's all causing the game to run incorrectly. El Dorado is crazy. Go to the movie though. There's a Gambit one for Ed? Oh, don't let King Cooper hear you say that. He's gonna be all over that. That actually sounds really cool though. It fits too. The way he projects the psycho power and everything. So I think what I'm gonna do is just like go through here and learn a few different characters since your boy has unequivocally like just been banned temporarily. I didn't know you could get that for leaving casual matches though. It's probably the ranked ones. But who do you play? Like, who's your favorite character so far? I'm really waiting for Terry to come out. Oh, nice. Love that for you. Rose would be nice. Rose would be nice. I want Sakura back. I think I'm one of the rare few who actually do want Sakura back. I've been playing her in a lot of older games and I didn't realize how good she actually was, how fun she was. Alright, key blast. Yeah, I know how to do the key blast, yeah. Oh, key blast, the Hadouken.
On to the next one. You got the hang.
Okay, so of course they all travel different speeds. Right. You know, funny enough, every time I played a Shoto, I never did the like low fireball cancel.
Fire.
Now I feel you. Being able to do that and stuff like that. I remember like whenever he would fight Zangief, he would select the Zangief player in, steal him, and then do his SPDs. Like fighting Seth used to be scary, especially in 5, but how much damage he could get before his nerf. And in 4, he was nasty. Then again, wasn't he the main boss of 4 if I remember correctly? Is he gonna jump or no? Okay.
Awesome.
How far does this travel? Pretty far. Okay, short. The heavy just goes the furthest, yeah.
You got the hang of it.
Gil, yeah. I'll be surprised if they didn't bring back Gil or Urian or like one of the twins or somebody else from Third Strike besides Elena. Like I know a lot of people have been asking for Alex back too. Finally found the light SE is crazy. Wait. It's a DP input for this kick? That doesn't work.
On to the next one.
Be funny if they brought back 12 or Necro, like one of the weird characters. I'm someone who plays a lot of either big body bruiser characters or weird obscure characters. I don't think there's too many in betweens. Eventually I do learn what like most people can do, but that's typically my go-to archetypes and like gameplay wise. 12 was funny. Like you lose a fight against 12, he just gets done beating your ass, and then a bunch of people turn up and it's just a bunch of 12s, it's just a bunch of them around you. English is not my strong suit today. You can do that? Well, you know what? Yeah, it's been getting done to me, of course, right? Look at how far it goes. No wonder I'd be seeing people just rip it randomly. Right, because what was he? They might mess around and call that man 10. Because what was he in Street Fighter 5? 11? I think like they're going backwards. What is it? In Third Strike we had Q, 5 we had G. Who's next? C? Z? Like, it's kind of funny the way they do things. Yeah. The only true sequel to Third Strike is 6, right? Everyone takes place before that. Narratively, at least.
You're on fire.
Yeah. Whoops. Let me not get too far into that yet. I don't even know how this man fully works. I can see why so many people like him though. Like he already feels like a really good character to play. You can OD this too. But why would you want to?
Awesome.
How much extra damage does that do? Oh, I guess if you're like trying to anti-air and stuff like that, like quicker activation. Or if you're trying to cross people up. Yeah, okay. Okay, so both cross up. I think the OD one crosses up a little easier. Theory is that Q is just a lot of people mind controlled by G because they got G moveset but zombified. That'd be funny. Yeah, let me stop doing that. It's very interesting, like thinking about this Street Fighter lore, because what is it? Ed was a clone of Bison, or it was supposed to be like his original body double, which is why they're doing experiments on him. Seth was also something similar, right? Or was he something entirely else different? Then there was the whole thing with Abel, which I think Abel was supposed to be like the main character of 4. Then apparently that whole thing with Violent Ken, which apparently got confirmed canon in this game, which is crazy. Like they just casually confirmed that Violent Ken is canon. Because if you talk to Bison, or I think it's Bison or Ken, it's one of the two, that, but they actually referred to when that man was mind controlled by Bison to use psycho power and other things like that in World Tour mode. I remember seeing a screenshot of it.
Good. On to the next one.
I completely forgot Falk existed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of sad how they fumbled Nikali in 5. Because Nikali was supposed to be like the next big boss character. He had all this build up and everything, or at least like a very big threat story-wise, lore-wise. And you actually play him, and you get your hands on him, and you're like, this character plays like like he wasn't completely abysmal, like outright awful, but a lot of people did not like how he played, myself included. I don't think he was absolutely the worst character or anything, but I think like for the build up he had, he should have been better. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember Nash like doing the whole thing about blowing himself up, then surviving, then coming back and trying to stop Bison. Did he blow himself up again?
What are you waiting for?
Can't remember for sure. But I remember like they tried blowing up Bison again and Bison survived again. Freaking yeah, like it's just, it's like in Tekken where they keep throwing each other down the same volcano just for them to crawl back out. Like you would think they would just try something different, like shoot the guy in the head or something like that, but I guess not. No, we wouldn't have a story. We wouldn't have the Heihachi trailer coming out Tuesday. Yeah. right. I'm glad you and I are in the same wavelength there.
Good. On to the next one. You're on fire.
That room's got squeaky cushions at the bottom. What did they do? They blew up Heihachi. And Raven is like, oh, for what? 3 million? I think there's only been actually 2 times where he's confirmed Heihachi's been dead. What, in 5? And then in 8?
What are you waiting for?
Heihachi Mishima is dead. Put the fries in the bag, bro. Put the fries in the bag. Like these boss characters do not stay dead. But we got Geese, we got Rugal, we got Heihachi, we got M Bison. I think there's one more. You're right. They you know, that man fell off the top of the building, right? And right before he hit the ground, he parried the impact of the car he was gonna hit to cushion his fall, right? He did a couple, you know, air Repukens. And, you know, that just stopped himself from falling. He just survived. That's why he was laughing on the way down, you know?
You got the hang of it.
Oh, man. Like, no villain ever truly say... Well, I'm not going to say no villain, because some of them do die. Heihachi Rage Art, he teched the lava. Just kept parrying the lava. He engaged his heat burst right when Tekken 8 was announced and just heat dashed out the lava. Like Trinetta, it's absurd, man, what they be surviving. But it's hilarious, bro. That man has an imprint of his son's fist in his chest. Came out the lava laughing. Only one is my poor man's Batman. Batman deserved better. I think. I don't know. I'm not too into Guilty Gear lore, but I do know some of it. Like how Happy Chaos is responsible for the majority of what happened there. Like Baiken losing her clan, certain things happening. Asuka being the one who created the gears, which is cool, or Asuka, depending on how you pronounce it, or Asuka, Oscar. So many different names I hear people like pronounce these characters lovingly. Faust, I think. Who was the one who assassinated the patient he was working on? Because it's somebody in Guilty Gear lore that killed the patient he was working on, which caused Faust to go into that whole mental breakdown.
I don't have time.
It's one of the characters in there. It's one of the newer ones, I think. Yeah, no, Zato. Yeah, Zato, one of the older ones. Yeah. Zato was the one who did that. And then Faust was like, no, he's dead. I'm a murderer. It just put, yeah, it's crazy, man. Vikings a girl has been since PS1. Nice. Nice. Vikings a cool character. I like her.
To the next one.
Like the stuff she's pulling off with one arm, and just the cool factor for her is like really dope. This is a stream now, by the way. It's just me mindlessly labbing and us talking about fighting game lore. I hope you're all prepared for this. Which Task, it's nice that you know so much too. But I'm guessing with FGC in your name, obviously you play more than one thing. So pull the Heihachi, now Batman is secretly alive in the other dimension just chilling, right? Little kid me was amused, man. Especially with like how beautiful and like the art is in Guilty Gear and everything. Words are not with me today. If y'all expect me to finish a complete sentence without stuttering today, it's not gonna happen. But no, it's really cool, like fighting game lore, listening to everything that's going on and everything that's happening. It's one of the reasons why I'm so excited about Capcom vs SNK 2 to come back, because I'm wondering if we're gonna still see the secret battles and secret bosses like Omega Rugal or Shin Akuma, Geese and Bison as different bosses and stuff too. I think I told my friend all the Guilty Gear lore to get a seizure, right? Right? Pull up the fact that man's Sin is what, less than 13 years old and is built like he's in his 20s at least. Oh, that's what that works for? Oh. Oops.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. Oh. It's not something I want to think about. Not something I want to think about. Oh, man. Hold on. Hold on. We have a redeem for this. We have the perfect redeem for this.
Freaky ass nigga here, 69 God. Freaky ass nigga here, 69 God. Hey, run for your life.
Oh my god.
He a fan.
What's up, Nia? Yeah, we're talking about fighting game lore. We're talking about fighting game lore. So yeah, Task, I got a bunch of different commands and things like that too that people don't necessarily have to spend channel points for, but they can. And other things that just aren't listed in the actual channel point list. Bunch of different effects. And we talk about mental health here every Monday. So that's something we do. So this upcoming Monday, we'll probably talk about that. We also
Sentence you to 4,000 lashes for conduct unbecoming a black man.
I don't have time to play.
That's another one too. But yeah, what's up, Nia? I've temporarily been banned because I've had to leave too many matches due to there being issues. So my ban will be lifted tomorrow. So I'll be testing it online and my mods again tomorrow. Which it was working just fine when I was playing Rayvon. I'm not sure what's causing it. And I was able to get a match in earlier today, but for some reason it started freezing again. So I'm not sure. There's something in the mod list that's messing everything up. I might just like do a clean reinstall. Wait, so what do people do? What do kid players do? They hit you with that. They hit you with that. They be hitting you with that.
You got the hang of it.
Something like that. If I like horribly want to manage my meter. But yeah, it's nothing too serious. It's just temporary, so it's a day. I'm not gonna die. Some of them are. Some of them are, and some of them don't work anymore. So I started removing a lot of them. So I really just got to figure out which one it is. Or if it's this ultra wide mod that's doing it. Because let's say I don't have this ultra wide mod on. Like for instance, if I turn on the graphics. This is what you guys end up seeing. Which actually, how bad is this for you guys? I would think they're not supposed to normally be this close. You see the way the text is?
Awesome. Ooh, you're on fire. Good. On to the next one.
What happens if I would do this? Oh. So if you walk forward and do a quarter circle input, you'll get a DP input. I've just learned that. Because I'm playing on leverless. That's interesting.
Fire.
But am I the only one who thinks this looks a little cramped? Because like this is how it ends up looking, but I'm not sure. This might be a little
Time to play.
weird. Yeah, so let me just fix it for now.
Awesome.
Okay. I don't think it seemed that hard to do, but of course the challenge I'm sure is gonna come from using the right one in the right moment.
Awesome. You got the hang of it.
I like how the character's also encouraging when you finally land something. I think it's little things like that that go a long way.
Level 1. Coming in hot. You're a champ.
Nice.
Level 1. Level 1. Let's get coming in hot.
Nice. Just DP, bro. Just DP. That's half the character. Just DP. When in doubt, DP it out. Dragon Punch. Wake up, Dragon Punch. Oki, Dragon Punch. They're blocking Dragon Punch. Not good enough for me is crazy.
Level 2. Good. On to the next level 2.
The fact that they made this man look homeless, but also made him one of the best characters in the game is hilarious. This Crypto Kin right now. One too short you can combination followed by mighty short you can, yeah, okay.
Level 3.
That's funny.
Let's get coming at ya.
What is it? Something I've seen people do is what
Level 3.
it's something what's the one where people run up and do like the flame input?
Level 3.
It's like I don't know what the input is. If I knew the input for it. But yeah, if I remembered it, I could do it. It's the worst thing I hate seeing. Have to do is run, move, then DP. Gotcha.
Good. On to the next one. Level 3.
Ah, I see. I see.
Awesome. Level 3.
That time is kind of hard. Like, what distance do they do that at? I've seen some people like throw a fireball, run in. I think it's only on punish counter, right? That's a whole nother thing entirely. That's funny how that just works. Could you imagine if you saw a real fight like this? Somebody stopping the emote mid-fight as like someone's still recoiling in pain?
Level 3.
So I can't believe I'm saying this, but you can't just pop up moves willy-nilly while yelling, try this on for size every match. I mean, there's nothing stopping you, but it's not worth it, trust me. It sounds like he knows his audience. Crouching medium kick and standing heavy kick are normally his moves. Okay. Oh, so that's this. That's what this sequence is. If anyone wants to attack, your opponent does too. If they come at you on the ground, use normals and limit their options and mix in drive impacts to cut down their attack. See, I can't. That mod, I just can't give up. Okay.
Good. On to the next one. You got the hang of it.
Ah, there it is. Oh, it's just one button?
Woo! You're on fire. Awesome.
Yeah, it's the overhead from that?
Good. On to the next one. Woo!
That's disgusting.
You got the hang of it. Woo! You're on fire.
If you really got it in their head, that's pretty cool. Oh.
You got the hang of it. Good.
So like doing that and then canceling into a throw or doing that to bait out a move. Like I would just do one of these, bait the DP. Nice.
You got the hang of it.
Yeah, he really does seem like a fun character. Raise a Kitsune, Captain. So one of these. This one right here. So this leverless. Still using this leverless. I think sometimes like I do pop out every once in a while in certain games with this Xbox 360 controller, Xbox One controller. But other than that, yeah, like I wonder if I could still do this on. I've played it on pad before, funnily enough. Most of the time, if you can do this on leverless, if your practice is good enough and you have enough hand-eye coordination, you actually transfer back to pad pretty easily. It'll take a little bit of adjustment, but it's kind of weird. Always Kitsune gang at all times, yeah. Funnily enough, like I actually do like the fact that I made a video about it, how much I loved it, and then going back to see how long ago I made that video, which is like a year and some change ago, and the fact that I'm still using this is nice. Because I got the Kitsune sometime after Evo ended. I think around in October or September, like around this, like a year ago this time. So I'm definitely getting my money's worth. But it also is a lot nicer on my wrist. Cause man, like lever and like other things like that, I just wasn't getting it.
You're on fire.
This was not for me personally.
Come here. Come here. Awesome.
But does it say you'll swap sides? Oh yeah, if they're ground bounced. Oh, that's all the guides we can. Let me try some of his trials.
Combo trials. 10.
I don't remember the last time I was doing his combo trials. It had to have been when the game dropped. But yeah, no, like it's really good. Like this fight stick was worth the money for me. Definitely worth the money for me. I'm happy I bought it. I don't think I would be able to enjoy fighting games as much as I do without it. Hmm? Oh, heavy kick, heavies. Yeah. Whoa. Any heavy punch. This is where the money's at. This is where the money's at. That's pretty much how I am now. What you mainly been playing, Captain? Or Tekken? Like, I being that man Cole Red stream keep making me want to like stake with Steve and pick up Steve again and like keep playing him, which I do like Steve. Man, that game is so hard when you're playing him. I need to watch this example they got going on. Oh, drive impact. Right. Okay. Nice. Love that for you. So, drive impact. It's always Steve gang. I feel you. If they bring back Dudley back in Street Fighter 6, I would actually main Dudley. I would definitely main Dudley. Oops, wrong thing. This kind of stuff just works, huh? Oh, wait. Oh, whoops. You know, funnily enough, after playing Street Fighter 6 for so long without even doing the trials and everything, this made doing some of these really easy. Oops. I say as I drop the easiest part of the combo. Oh, and then medium DP. Okay. Okay. There we go. Medium heavy. Whoops. I've just accepted the fact that I can't read at this point. Let me watch this example. Okay, side swap combo. Gotcha. Okay. Why is that not working? Oh, it comes out then. Am I buffering it? So when does he do it? Getting this instead of OD Dragon Lash for some reason. Okay. Learning Ken, Ed, and Marissa. Nice, nice. I know Ed's been getting really, really popular because he's so strong. Not even so strong, but a lot of people just been really liking the character. He seems really solid fundamentally. You can't just mindlessly play him. He's someone I like too. I just can't do the dream combo. But it's not like I've tried either though. I think my favorites have been, without a doubt, Marissa. I think she's one of the reasons why I just immediately picked her up. Yeah, solid boxer. And everybody like is missing Dudley, Balrog too. A lot of people also have Ed as their favorites as well. I think Endon Walker, I think that's his favorite, like his favorite boxer. That's who he's been maining. That's who he's been using. I'm not 100% sure. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I like Marissa, like Zangief, like Luke. Funnily enough, I did not like playing Luke in 5, but I like him in 6. I like Ken. I'm liking Ken so far. Like Ken's fun. Ken's fun. Ken's one of those characters where things just work. Really, the only limit is gonna be like your execution. Akuma's like that too, though. I think Akuma's really like that. Oh yeah, it's the worst thing about playing like, yeah, indie grappler. He requires you to be so much more patient, and some of his actual drive rush cancels are so weird and awkward, like the hell stab, like we have to press down forward medium instead of down medium, stuff like that, or doing down medium and a drive rush and a down forward medium into lariat, and then having the ability to cancel into his air SPD if you have the execution, or doing a running bear grab at the right time, or just trying to get people to sit still, having to walk down zoners. It's a lot. It's a lot. Provided your opponents know what they're doing, of course. Whoops. Let me practice that. Is it the SPDs you're getting messed up on? Because they're a little difficult to learn at first. I know some people also who use hitboxes and things who couldn't get the SPD down. Like it is a bit of an adjustment. Because doing it on a Kitsune, I had to realize, I was like, okay, I'm doing right, down, left, and I'm trying to press the jump button, but I keep getting his jumps. And then I was like, am I just not pressing the punch button fast enough? But essentially, like it's still quarter circle backwards and quarter circle forwards. It's just pressing jump and the button at the same time after doing all that, which is like the hardest part for me. Why is this not coming out? So there's definitely something I'm missing with this that's causing the Dragon Lash not to come out. Yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna be able to get this one. Which is crazy. I hate it that I just did it so easily. And messed up on the easiest part of the combo. I messed up the easiest part. But yeah, this is the part of fighting games not a lot of people see, and it's the part about fighting games people think you have to do to like just play. I think that there's that misconception. This is just the getting good part though, that most people think like, oh yeah, you know, this is what I gotta do to play the game. Like, nah. Most of the time, most of these trial combos you end up doing, you're not even gonna use anyway. I usually use them as a reference of what the character could possibly do. There we go. Oh, okay. Did I not do that right? Oh, no, I didn't. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, so they just weren't gonna tell me that heavy DP isn't the one that connects there. You gotta do medium or light. The game was just gonna automatically assume I knew that. That's crazy. Okay. That's another thing, Captain. If you get caught in these combo trials and you notice and it gives you an icon, it doesn't tell you which color it is, check and see if it's light, medium, or heavy, or if you have to move forward and move backwards. Because there's a Zangief trial like that, where if you're doing Lariat to end one of his combos, and I got stuck for like an hour on it, because the game didn't tell me when you do Lariat, that man can move forward if you hold forward while doing the Lariat. And it wasn't in the actual note for the combo. So that's another thing too, if you're learning a character, if you're doing the trials. Oh, whoops. Oh, snap. Ah, I dropped the easiest part. Thank you, thank you. The heavy instead of lights. Okay, so I gotta do that cancel a little faster. I'm mashing it. I didn't get that. Okay. There we go. So I think what? How many of these are there? 12? 14. Okay. Wait. Appreciate that, Captain. My future wife right there. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll break combos down into parts to try and like get myself to get the part I'm struggling with, so I don't end up trying to practice the whole combo. And so then it leads into like me trying to figure out how exactly I want to do it. Sometimes I'll break it in half, or sometimes I'll only practice the end part of the combo if I'm dropping that. So like that's why I'm doing this part. Okay, and then we just top two at the end. Oh, I pressed stop. So it goes like that. Oh, this is the one I see all the time. Okay. Oof. Oops. Is it this way? It's backwards, okay. Okay. Alright, true. Could just bind 2 kicks, yeah. Oh, do I already have that binded? I think I could do it without it though. Whoa. I almost had it. Got ahead of myself. Gotta get that muscle memory going. Okay. Oof. So now we're getting closer. I just gotta get the last part now. Oh, wrong thing. Gotta do super after that. So now like we just gotta practice the part of the super we're missing. Hmm. Jesus. Got it. Nice. Trials are fun. Wait. This is deceptive. Oh, wrong way, of course. You could do that? Oh, was this easier than the last one? I guess because you had to hit confirm it, right? This is long. Okay. Whoops. I gotta see this. Oh, okay. So it's not as hard. It's not as complicated as I thought it was. Oh, that's why. Oh, I'm over here mashing kicks instead of punch. Almost. Okay. Almost. Okay, so Ooh. There we go. There we go. It's a lot of demahe. Okay, so it's literally like the same combo we did earlier. Jinrai into Dragon Lash. Okay. That's gonna be the part that's the hardest. I don't like this though. That's funny. Okay, that doesn't work, yeah. That timing feels weird though. Wait. Does this work? That's funny this works. I'm just trying stuff now.
Bet that hurt. Level 3.
So what, can I still do that? Well, no, of course not, because we got the whole cinematic. It's not like Jamie's. Does this cross up in the corner? Maybe if they like walk forward. Oh yeah, I still gotta do the DP motion, of course. Bruh. I'm doing the gym ride on accident. Not what I wanted. Almost. I think I'm starting to understand the Jinrai timing though. The slight pause. But I'm buffering too hard. Too late. Oh, you have to OD it. Maybe that's why. Oh. Oh no, I had it. So that's not so hard once you know what the timing is. You just have to wait. Too long. Too late. Oh, just barely missed it. There it is. Nice. Alright, that was intermediate. Now we got advanced, right? For these. Okay, okay, okay. And then run DP follow up. Okay, okay, okay. We're gonna do this at the end. Sheesh. Oof. Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to like see if I can roll my fingers into a quarter circle forward motion after doing this. After doing like this crouching medium kick. To try and get the Jin Rise to come out. Or if I just have to paint, or if I just have to do the classic Z-like motion to get the input right. Oh yeah, but I think that's actually where we're gonna stop today, y'all. Since I gotta figure out what this modding issue is and seeing if I can actually run some matches and play the game. But we'll be back Monday. We'll talk about like more Terry stuff. Actually try to play some Street Fighter. I just gotta spend this weekend troubleshooting. And then obviously other gaming news related things. But with that all being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and or night. You guys are all wonderful people. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Shout out to King Koopa, Captain, Nia, Task, Trinetta. Who else popped in today? Batilsai, Sonic, Cesar. Appreciate each and every last one of you guys. But like I said, we'll be back Monday at a mental health discussion and other things of that nature. With that being said, I hope you guys are safe for the weekend. Hope you guys spend some time with your family and other loved ones. And hope you take care of yourselves. But I'll see you all Monday. Let me actually see who we're going to be rating before we go. Let me actually send these messages in the chat. By the way, if you're on YouTube, hope you stick around for the outro. And after the outro, I'll catch you guys Monday. But if you're on Twitch, please stick around for the read. Let's see what's all like here. I think we're gonna be rating Danconia Copper since he's still alive and he won't be ending until like 4. I think he's in the middle of a game. So if y'all could show him some love, would highly appreciate that. He used to play a lot of League. He still sometimes plays League. But he's been playing a lot more Deadlock now. But yeah, I'll see you guys Monday. We actually end.